Scans indicate 5 hostiles remain. You've got 3 hostiles to go. I'm seeing 1 more hostile.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm El Commodore, and with the upcoming global event Onslaught, where you can buy classified Firecrest caches again, I'm going to show you my 4-piece Firecrest PvE loadout. First of all, I'm running the loadout with 4K firearms, 5K stamina and 6K electronics. The weapons I'm using are at first a MP7. I know there are better ones like the house, but everyone uses the house, and in PvE there are also alternatives than the house, and the MP7 turned out to be a very good weapon indeed. It does maybe only 12.6k damage in this loadout, but it has an incredible fire rate of 1000 rounds per minute thanks to my magazine mod, and an increased small magazine of just 43 rounds. Talents I'm using on it are skilled, headshot skills with this weapon increase signature skill resource by 5%. Then I have ferocious, damage against the light and named enemies is increased by 10%, which is great for challenging and legendary missions. The third one I'm using is determined, killing a target reduces all skill cooldowns by 7.5%. The mods I'm using is an extended magazine. Then for stability I have a small RDS scope, and for critical hit chunks I have a tyrant suppressor. And again for stability I have an angled grip. Second weapon I'm using for medium to long range is the Black Market AK74 with a damage of 19.4k, rate of fire of 628 rounds per minute, and an extended magazine of 65 rounds. Talents I'm using are again skilled. Then I have the predatory talent, killing a target regenerates 35% health over 20 seconds, so you are a bit more endurable in combat. And the third one I'm using is unforgiving, missing health segments increase your damage, 1 missing segment plus 10% damage, 2 missing segments plus 25% damage. Mods I'm using are an extended magazine. Then for headshot damage and for long range, as the AK has a low rate of fire, it's easier for you to fire single shots at enemies on long range. I have a Mark 5 scope with a large zoom of 15 times. Then I have for stability in continuous fire a compensator and an angled grip. Sidearm I'm using is the Golden Rhino with a damage of 30.2k. The talent it has is harmful. Each hit has a 15% chance to apply the bleed status effect to a target, and the unique talent Golden Rhino increases the stagger by 200%. I put a small LDS scope on it because I thought it just looks hilarious, and for the underbarrel mod I have for accuracy a small laser pointer. The core of this build is the Ninja Bike backpack with a focus on electronics. For those of you who don't know what the Ninja Bike does, it has the unique talent Ninja Bike messenger bag, slots in with any equipped gear set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking gear set bonus, can unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously, cannot unlock classified gear set bonuses. So you can equip this backpack with any other gear set items, it will fulfill the requirements for the bonus, but it cannot unlock the bonus for classified items. It gives me also plus health and ammo capacity, and the mods I'm using is an electronic mod and 2 performance mods for turret health and increased damage. And as the next one I have a classified Firecrest vest with a focus on stamina. It gives me plus enemy armor damage, plus health on kill, and plus ammo capacity. Set bonus is up to 4-piece effect active, so with set bonus 2 I get an increased inventory for incendiary grenades. Set bonus 3 gives me plus turret range and damage for the flame turret, and the 4-piece bonus increases my weapon damage by 15% against burning targets. The mods I'm using are 2 electronic mods for increased electronics, so my skill power is a bit more increased. Then as the next item I have the classified Firecrest ammo tracking mask with a focus on electronics. The attributes are giving me a increased critical hit chance and damage against the lights. Mod I'm using is an electronic mod again, of course because my focus is on the flame turret. Then as the knee pad I use the Nomad knee pads, which gives me increased enemy armor damage and a resistance against shock and disorient, and increased damage against the light enemies. Thanks to Ninja Bike the 2-piece effect is active, so for every kill I perform I gain plus 15% health, which is good for self-healing, especially in solo if you don't have any healer in your group. The mods I'm using are an electronic mod and a performance mod for my turret health. Next one I have is the Tactician. It increases my reload speed by 22%, and thanks to Ninja Bike the 2-set bonus gets active, which means I have an increased skill haste of 15%. So you are able to more frequently use your skills like the turret or the booster shot. The performance mod I'm using is again for increased turret health. And the last item I use is the Firecrest glows with a focus on firearms, so I do a bit more weapon damage. It gives me plus enemy armor damage, plus health on kill, and increased critical hit damage, sorry for that. As for the skills, I use a booster shot, temporarily increases damage and damage resistance for the affected targets in addition to the normal healing effect. Then of course with the Firecrest I use the flame turret, don't have to say what it does because it just burns targets. And then for solo or when I'm in groups, I have a recovery link which can revive downed or unconscious enemies and even overheal you and your allies. The talents I'm using is at first police up, kill a hostile with any skill like your flame turret for a 10% chance to auto refill all ammo types to the capacity. Then I have tech support, kill a hostile with any skill is deployed to extend its active skill duration by 10% to keep your flame turret as long as possible active. Then this is a must-have talent, the wildfire. Applying burn to any target triggers a 30% chance per each target in a 10-meter radius to get the burn status effect applied, so you can just fire in the crowd and your damage thanks to Firecrest is increased by 15% then. The last one I have is Reaper. Kill a hostile with a sidearm to receive 30 rounds for your primary weapon. This is why I have a Reno equipped, so I can put the last few rounds into an enemy that is near to death to get some rounds back. Anyway, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video and you can make a good use of this 4-piece Firecrest loadout for PvE. Thanks for watching and see you next time.